All right, Andy McCarthy joining us now, former assistant U.S. attorney and a Fox News contributor, fresh off that judge's sentencing. Heartbreaking listening to some of the parents in that courtroom this morning, Andy. Just how unprecedented is this to hold parents of their child accountable for his crimes?
Yeah, it's completely unprecedented, Sandra, and it's actually, your heart breaks for the parents of the children who were killed here. But you have to remember that the person who actually did the shooting got treated as an adult and was sentenced to life in prison. So it's not like the system didn't, carry out law enforcement against the person who actually did this. It's unprecedented to hold the parents accountable to something that they obviously didn't, plan, agree to, participate in. I frankly just don't think that this is what the criminal justice system is for. I think the criminal justice system mainly should be reserved for intentional wrongs. And I think it's more troubling here because Michigan actually attempted to or proposed passing child access prevention laws, which would make it a crime for parents to negligently allow their children to have access to firearms. And the legislature wouldn't pass that. So what happened here is the prosecutor made up a crime on the fly that the legislature had not opted to pass.
Andy, for our viewers, to sort of take them back to some of the highlights of this trial, what led up to this day and this moment, this was some of the evidence that was presented along the way in the courtroom. Listen.
This is the receipt from the gun store in Oxford for the Sig Sauer SP 2022 9mm pistol that was sold to James Crumbleys. This is a picture of the defendant's son holding the Sig Sauer SP 2022. I noticed that he had some type of firearms training.
This is about Jennifer Crumbley's actions. It's about what she knew and what she didn't say.
James Crumbleys did not know what his son was going to do.
I mean, that is some of what we heard. And now there's this question of precedent. There are some who see this and say, well, what does this mean? Are we entering a new world where it goes beyond the person who commits the crime and more people can be punished? I mean, doesn't this open the door to a lot of possibilities in the courtroom here on out?
Yeah, it's a Pandora's box. You're extending the criminal law to people who didn't actually commit the crimes. There's hostility, obviously, because there's a firearm involved, but no one is alleging that the firearm purchase was illegal. There are things that a legislature could have done here to criminalize aspects of this. They opted not to do that. So if you're going to have a system where you no longer have to be actually a participant intentionally in a wrong for the criminal law to apply to you, and the prosecutor gets to make up the law as the prosecutor goes along without the legislature actually prescribing the laws, then, all bets are off. And this time it was a gun. Maybe next time it's the parent who buys his kid a car, or some other thing that's legal but can be dangerous if used irresponsibly. So who knows where this goes?
But still, you look at some of those emails, those red flags, I mean, that should have tipped off these parents that he was about to carry out this heinous crime. This was Paul Morrow earlier. He has sort of a contradicting look at this, where he says, no, actually, this isn't so unprecedented, and makes this analogy. Listen.
This case has facts that are particularly egregious for the two convicted parents. Let's say a bartender who is over-serving a customer who then goes out and drives. That's a sort of a form of vicarious liability. And so it's the kind of thing that we've seen before. It's not unprecedented.
Is that a fair comparison?
Well, I think Paul's a very smart guy. And when I part company with him, I usually retrace my steps to see where I got it wrong. But in my view, having been a prosecutor for a long time, this is what you have a civil justice system for. I mean, these parents ought to be, sued civilly, and it's the reason that you get the kind of judgments that you sometimes see in these tragic cases. But the criminal justice system is not intended to deal with tragedy. What it's intended to deal with is intentional wrongs. And I think if you take the step where you're now going to extend it beyond intentional wrongs, then all bets are off and you don't know where it goes.
Well, they are the first parents convicted of a U.S. mass school shooting. And the parents of those victims, man, your heart just breaks for them, with one saying about her daughter to the parents, as we are awaiting the sentencing earlier to the judge, while you were purchasing a gun for your son and leaving it unlocked, I was helping her finish her college essays. And she is no longer with us. Just heart-wrenching. Andy, thank you for joining us on that today.
Thanks, Sandra.
All right.